Hey guys, Ash Von Chamier, owner of Rough Cut Productions, based in Tallahassee, Florida. Welcome back for another tidbit of information I'm gonna throw at you. And today we are talking about the very thing that you clicked on to end up on this video, your budget.
In a world where nuclear war has begun, vampires fought back in super real 3D.
I think that it's more common than not that many people go all in on the camera and skimp on the computer a little bit. And it's funny because realistically, if you're editing your stuff too, 90% of your time is gonna be spent on the computer and 10% is gonna be out filming. Now, maybe I'm off a little bit on that, but by far, wide and large, the majority of your time is gonna be spent editing. It takes way longer to do editing than it does to go out and film your butt off for 1 or 2 days and come back and then have potentially a month worth of work ahead of you, depending on how far you're trying to go with that footage. So when it comes to your budget, I will say this: if you're drooling over some master camera and the codec is really beefy and juicy, you gotta have a computer that's gonna be able to handle that. Even if you work with proxies, at the end of the day, rendering and exporting is still gonna be a part of your workflow that you have to factor in, you have to be capable of. I remember when I first started, I of course went with all budget on cameras and stuff, and I went cheaper on the computer. And my editing workflow got bottlenecked at the export. I was like, what? I was just getting into this and I'm like, it shouldn't be this complicated to get the video out of the program and turned into a video. Like, that should be like the easy part. The hard part's supposed to be the editing, right? But exporting a video can be a nightmare sometimes, depending on how hard you're pushing it. You need a computer that's powerful enough to get it out of the program too. So you're really looking at a couple of things in your computer. You're looking at the actual real-time performance of being able to scrub through footage, make your edits, intuitively be able to navigate through, and you're looking at its ability to render and export. Because I promise you, with you spending so much of your time in production land, actually in post-production versus on-set production, you're gonna really wanna put some money into that computer, man, because it's gonna help you enjoy your experience. The sooner you can get done and through edits and get videos out, the more money you can make with clients, the more projects you can take on and do, the more confident you are about delivering on time. It is so scary being under the gun on a deadline and you kept getting bottlenecked by computer performance issues or at the export point. Don't get a camera that is too powerful for your computer. It should really be reversed. Get a computer that is powerful enough to handle your current camera and potentially the next camera that you want to upgrade to. Now, there's ways to get around things. You can use proxies. In fact, I just made a video on that. You can check out right there. Even though my computer is very powerful, I still use proxies for my workflow a lot of times, especially if I'm doing anything with multi-camera edits. If you have a whole budget that you're working with, you want to spend around 35 to 50% of that budget on the computer. Like the computer plan. Like, there's more to a computer than just a computer. I mean, what about the monitor that you're gonna be color grading on? Is it color calibrated? Does it have 10-bit? Is it 4K? What is your hard drive plan? Like, are you just planning to use external hard drives that you buy in the store? I mean, that thing's not gonna hold up when it comes to editing beefier codecs. It might be the very bottleneck that you run into in the performance on your computer, so you might wanna get involved in RAIDs. Maybe if the projects are small enough and you can fit them onto SSDs, that's a solution, but all that takes planning and all that takes money. So before you know it, half your budget can easily go into the computer. You want to get something that's got a good upgrade path to it, but that's strong enough to do the job now. All you're doing by upgrading the computer first is, even if it's more powerful than you need for your camera at the time, well, the camera that you are editing on, you're just gonna be soaring. I mean, you're gonna be flying through those projects. You'll be the only bottleneck in the pace of that. So just enjoy that. And you'll see once you upgrade to other things and you're trying to do more advanced projects that have more effects and colors and bigger codecs and more data and all that, that it'll start becoming more and more like a normal computer, but you'll be happy that it can do that. By all means, try to keep up with me because I'm putting out episodes every week, every Thursday. Take care, guys.
Movie Voice.